Once upon a time, there was, in a mythical town, a dark kitchen. It was dark and lonely, and needed a good fairy to come along and help brighten up the place. "Oh, dearie, dearie me, the place does need a bit of brightening, but I'm just the sort of good fairy that can do it. There we go, light. Isn't that better?" And the good fairy looked around. "Oh my, nothing is cooking here. Well, we shall soon fix that." And with that, the good fairy went to work. "I think the first thing we'll need is a casserole dish. There we are, much better. And now a cutting board. And there we are, a lovely cutting board. And now we're going to get to work. Let's get some shallots on that board, shall we? 1 and 2. I'll have them chopped in a jiffy." Oh, the good fairy was in a very good mood and happy to make dinner. "Well, I've got those shallots chopped in a hurry. That was quick. And now I'm going to add them to that lovely pan over there filled with vegan butter." And the fairy added the shallots to the little pan on top of the stove. She'll cover the top and let it cook for just about 5 or 10 minutes. The good fairy had chopped up all the shallots, that was 2 shallots, and cooked them in about 3 tablespoons of vegan butter. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And then the good fairy added spices. To begin with, the fairy decided to make a velouté, which is roux, R-O-U-X, plus stock. That's just a little flour mixed in with the fat, cooked for about 2 minutes, and then hot chicken stock to make it into a sauce. In goes our flour. It's about 2 teaspoons of flour. Or maybe we won't use all of it. And we mix that in. There we go. And this is the beginning of a roux. And you will not rue the day that you made this. The cover goes back on for just about a minute or so. And then the stock will come after that. And so the shallots cooked in the roux for just a few minutes. And then hot chicken stock was added. All at once. And a spoon was needed. "Oh, where is a spoon? Fairy, can you get a spoon here?" "Of course I can. 1 moment, please. There's your spoon." "Why, thank you." And this is mixed up just until it begins to get thick. It doesn't have to get completely cooked because it's going into the oven. But first we will add some seasoning. In comes some kosher salt. About 3 teaspoons, I think, would be good to start. And this is some dill mixed with garlic and a little hot pepper. It's cayenne pepper, but only a tiny pinch of cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is very, very hot, and unless we want to breathe fire like the dragons upon the hill, you just need a tiny pinch of it. And the little green spot of dill was frozen, but it will become dill. And then we'll add potato. And then the kind fairy added the sliced potatoes, not with any care, not with any flair, but just for the purpose of getting them into the sauce and coating them well. And then the lid returned. "The potatoes," said the fairy. "The potatoes will go into the oven for about an hour, and I'll see you then. Goodbye, potatoes." And away they go. Goodbye, goodbye. And now on to our next part of the meal, the chicken. And now our saga continues. The kind fairy needed several things. First, a bowl would need to appear, and in the bowl, some chicken. The chicken appears in the bowl. Next, kind fairy needed a few ingredients and a giant pan. The kind fairy was really cooking with gas now. Look at that flame. It's only up high for the moment. But the kind fairy took her magic fairy spice mixture, which is really just garlic, salt, paprika, and a little pepper, and mixed it in with the chicken. And there it goes. In with the chicken. Rub-a-dub-dub, scrub-a-dub-dub, dub-a-dub-dub-dub-dub. And now the kind fairy will place the chicken in the sizzling oil. Come back in just a moment. Come back. No, put that down. Back, creature. And now the kind fairy placed the chicken, well seasoned, into the pan. The skillet is hot. The flames underneath, actually, are not quite. They are at a low temperature now. And the kind fairy will let the chicken brown on one side, then flip it over, and do it on the other. In the meantime, kind fairy, what will you do? Oh my, it's been so much work. I think I need a vodka martini. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to tell everyone, you've got to cover the chicken. Cover it while it's cooking. I'll be back very soon. Where is that vodka martini? Where? And so it came to pass that the kind fairy left and made some beautiful chicken, sitting there, lovely, fried, sautéed actually, chicken, and some beautiful scalloped potatoes, which were broiled under the broiler after they'd baked for an hour. Oh, and what's this, kind fairy? I see they look as if they might be golden beets that you baked for about an hour or so and then cut them up and fried them. What a lovely dinner, fairy. Wait a minute. Go back over there a moment. What are those? Yellow beets? Where do those come from?